Hey, how's it going, you guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome aboard for another video on my channel. In today's video, I am just going to generically call it the 2018 Summer Update because it is that time of the year where it is off season from school for now and in season with YouTube. Normally, this happens almost every winter and summer, so I think from now on, I'm just going to make these type of video name even though it's really nothing unique. Only for the people who are actually interested in what I'm going to be doing for my time off from school. So yeah, spring semester has been extremely busy. I originally thought I could juggle between schoolwork and doing at least a video a week, but it turns out that was not going to be the case because I don't know, when I woke up this morning after the semester ended, for the first time in a while, I didn't feel like something was on my shoulder or something I have to worry about or something to do because I'm done. I'm just, it felt really good because there was just nothing on my mind. I was actually relaxed to make a video like this today because, man, I'm just pacing myself. It's just one after another each day, knowing that something needs to be done, if I put it that way. So yeah, I was very busy with my spring semester and even during the winter break, I had plans to do some videos, but it didn't really reach my expectations. Probably because I was just way too busy planning and preparing for the spring semester. So yeah, it's been really rough for the spring semester, and now that I'm done with school in terms of spring for now, I have 2 weeks off before I have a online class with my first session of summer class. It's only one class, so not a big deal. Hopefully it isn't a big deal. Normally, I am packed with 2 class per session, which is right after that particular class. So expect me to be somewhat busy during the June, and then July I'm going to be very busy. And then there's August where I am off, but that doesn't really stop me from pushing myself to do some more work that relates to school because my fall semester, which starts around August, late August, I am taking big classes, if I put it that way. And I just ordered $400 to $500 worth of textbook from Amazon. These textbooks are like 300 pages, 500 pages, I don't know, but I know for a fact that I'm looking at 2,000 pages here, and I'm hopefully, that during my break, I will be able to actually conquer at least half. I'd be really happy to conquer half of it, but most likely I'm trying to conquer all of the textbook because part of that reason is because one of my classes is a sequence to a previous class that I have taken 2 years ago. So I'm looking to review a lot of things in order to get up to speed with where I should be at. And there's a good reason why I didn't take that class right away. It's because that class I took roughly 2 years ago or a year ago, I don't remember. I absolutely hate it. It was rough, number one. Number two, I felt that the professor wasn't sufficient enough with what I'm learning. So I was hoping some point in the future when I'm off during the summer, which I shouldn't be taking summer classes, but turns out I am taking them, where I just spend a quality 2 to 3 months just looking around, studying, doing some review, and hoping that I will further expand my knowledge with that particular field. So yeah, it's not just that class. I am also taking several other classes that I'm kind of worried. Been hearing a lot of the scary stories from my colleagues. So it's best at my interest to at least invest some time over my break for those classes in the future. Now, putting school aside, let's talk about my channel. Now, since it is in season with YouTube, I have plans to play some Skyrim. Actually, not just Skyrim, but The Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Skyrim. I really want to play some Skyrim. I feel like playing some of Oblivion. I don't know why. I just have the feels to go out into the world of Tamriel and play some of those games. Probably because recently I was watching a video from GameSpot where they were talking about there was a massive inspirational modding community where they actually use the Skyrim engine and they built pieces of the Bethesda universe of Tamriel in the Elder Scrolls series. And I was just absolutely inspired because these guys aren't paid, and what they pulled off was AAA level quality with the existing engine. Of course, they're not working with like some kind of future engine making it look completely different from what Skyrim offers, but it looks like a genuine add-on to Skyrim, and I am just kind of thrilled at the moment to actually play some Skyrim. So looking forward to some Skyrim. My creativity in the mine is kind of going up because I'm actually interested in playing some sort of game that deals with building, if I put it that way. Any game right now, I'm just thinking about City Skylines or SimCity. I know SimCity is a better version of City Skyline, but sometimes SimCity is kind of fun when you watch it just for the first 3 hours, of course, because EA, right? They make the game look cool, but when you play it, half its content is missing after paying $60 for that game. Yeah, really shitty life when it comes to dealing with AAA companies nowadays. I mean, we live in an age where video games has shifted its paradigm from being, part of it is marketing, of course, because these companies are selling a product to you, but at the same time, they had developers who were actually interested in making these type of games for their own sake of passion, but that is no longer the case because investors and the publishers, EA, Activision, publishers, there's a difference between publisher and a developer. They send out their demands. They want microtransactions. They want half-assed games and sell the rest as DLC. It's just a shame that we live in this type of world when it comes to video games. A lot different from what was offered 10 years ago. I think 2008 to 2012 was, in my opinion, the prime time of video games, maybe 2014, 2013. But yeah, I felt it was really good during those times because before those years, video game was just starting to kick off with its technology and these new graphics engine and what computers can achieve. But then once that starts to appeal to the consumer, everything just exploded and they realized that they can make a shit ton of money. So yeah, looking forward to those games. I might start playing Call of Duty 2, considering that I finished Call of Duty. Now, in terms of my Let's Play, I feel like I should change out the format. Maybe not, because current format is just me playing and recording the entire session like I'm live streaming. But maybe for like the City Skylines, I might just record things that are something that would be interesting for people to watch, like people who find videos that are long and they just skip through a timeline because they're trying to look for what matters to them. That takes a lot more effort to editing, but I will try to figure out how I'm gonna set that up because some games I just can't do because there's a storyline. You just can't cut through everything unless people are in it for just to see how I play, the highlights, if I put it that way. But yeah, City Skyline, Wolfenstein, what else? Call of Duty 2. I'm looking at, was it Medal of Honor or Brothers in Arms? A lot of World War II games are on my mind. Looks like the gaming industry is moving back to World War II. I'm actually playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. The problem is that I can't get my recording software to work with that game. And when I use Dxtory, which is my preferred recording software, my game just lags like crazy, even though I know for a fact that my computer can run it. But I can record it, it's just that my aim is going to be really bad because of the lag. And if I use Marilla's Action, which I think is the only one that works, sometimes Marilla's can give me some problems because audio goes out of sync. Yeah, those typical things. I'm trying to figure out how people record Rainbow Six, but for now, can't figure it out. I've been playing a little bit of Battlefield 4. Maybe do a Battlefield Bad Company 2 playthrough. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are going through my mind. Rage. I started Rage last winter, I think. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna try to head back onto these games. Now, here's the elephant in the room. World of Warships. I know people watch me because World of Warships, but as it stands, I talked about this several times. I feel like at this point, World of Warships is either like, hey, I feel like playing World of Warships, I'll play World of Warships. When I don't feel like it, I don't feel it. How I feel about World of Warships, sometimes I will have those days where, oh, I want to play some World of Warships and grab some, credits and XP to add to my account so I can unlock another ship. Play for like 3 hours straight with the same ship, mainly the Missouri, because the Missouri with my premium account is the only way I can make decent amount of cash. Started to realize how overwhelming it is to just make credits in this game. I mean, World of Warships is just a time sucker, if I put it that way. I don't feel productive with this game at times. I feel like I'll be more into games I want to play, like Skyrim, as stated before. So I might post World of Warships here and there, but right now, not so much. Even though I just purchased my premium time from winter, and sadly, like I said, during spring, didn't really put enough time into this game. I was really busy with class. So yeah, aside from games, I'm actually interested, aside from just playing games like doing Let's Plays on World of Warships, but I'm interested of doing two particular videos. One video deals with my project with one of the classes. I feel like it's really interesting, well, at least it'll be interesting for a majority of the population for the first minute, but beyond that, it's just gonna get all technical and people will probably click out because they have no absolute clue what I'm talking about, unless they're just here to watch me and listen to me sound really complicated, because chances are not many people will understand what I'm talking about. Only for the people who actually are in my field and they want to learn how to do this particular project. And the reason why I'm motivated to do this type of stuff is because it's YouTube. You just post anything that's interesting. And one of the problems I had with this project was that I tried to do research on YouTube. YouTube is usually a good place to do research, or at least give you a perspective or a guide to where to start to do things. And for my case, there were people who post short videos and they just demonstrated the result of the project. They didn't really talk about how to do it. And I felt like, after doing this project, took me over a month to figure out. I feel like I'll demonstrate it in the first minute, like what everyone did. And then I will try to shadow for people out there who are looking to do this project. So kind of helping the people out there who are in my field who has to face this particular problem. I felt it was very interesting. I had a lot of fun with it. Also killed a lot of time. Also the one that gave me sleep deprivation, because I was just so worried that I wouldn't get the project done. Funny thing is that just a couple days before the semester ended, my professor misread my project and he thought that I did the entire project incorrectly, which gave me a heart attack because I received an email from him saying that he couldn't accept my project, or at least in its current state it was unacceptable, but it was just all a misunderstanding. So luckily I was able to turn in, and it turns out it was a really good project, as he stated that it was beyond expectations, because hence I did put out a lot of time, or put in a lot of time for that project, so I expect some sort of reward from it. Sometimes I put a lot of time in projects that I don't get reward for, but hey, it was all for the experience. So that would be an interesting video to post on YouTube. One last thing, I want to make a video about a game, and I feel like it is time to make that video. I always want to make a video about this game for a long time, and I don't know how long I've been holding on this video, because it's not an easy video for me to make in terms of getting the quality that I want, but I feel like it's time to do so. And some people might recognize this game, a few might not recognize this game, but the reason why it is time is because that game has a second game in the series. So you might catch it if you live in North America, and it just might be a coincidence that you might know a game that just recently out for closed beta testing, but it might not be. But basically, this game goes all the way back to my childhood. And I have seen a few videos where people talk about this game, and now that they are, after many years later, now that they're grown up, they took the time to reflect on this game, and I feel like it's my time to actually reflect on it because this game has been dominant in my childhood. So I'm looking forward to do a video on that. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoy this update, and I'll see you guys soon on my channel.